Right, are we live? Right, are we live? Okay, hello everyone. I'm trying to read the comments here, but it's a bit too quick for me, so I think I'll just speak a little myself. We also have Soitrus, who is the community manager. Säg på din bara. Okay, sorry. So Soitrus is somewhere in the chat, and he is the community manager, and he's like, he could probably answer some questions if somebody would have time to read them. I also have next to me Badi Midjiwan, who made the final design for this new tribe that we're gonna have a look at today. So I'm very excited to show you the Polaris today. And we have been working on it for a while, and I'm really happy with it, and I think you're gonna like it a lot too. It is going to be released tomorrow at noon Swedish time. So let's go ahead and just start this up, shall we? And I always play perfection. That's what I like. So here's the new tribe, Polaris. So they look like this. All their land is frozen ice, and they eat some kind of pink crystals here. They ride and eat mammoths and live in snowy cities. And this is a very special tribe, probably the most strangest tribe that's ever been in Polytopia yet. So let's just go ahead and start. And we do crazy with 3 opponents and see what happens. Alright, so this is the starting point for the Polaris. The Polaris doesn't have any terrain of their own. They have a terrain that's defined as alien. So the look of the map will be based on the other tribes in the game. So if you only play against one opponent, the whole map will be the terrain of that opponent. And then the Polaris terrain is just something that's added on top of the other tribes' terrains. So it's also because they have the possibility to freeze land and ocean. So you can see here already we have one tile that used to be an ocean that's been frozen into ice. And ice works kind of like a normal field, meaning that any unit can walk on it, but you can't build any roads on it, and you can't build any normal land buildings on it. But some units, for example, this little guy, the Mooney, this is a very special unit. It has one ability that's called skate here, and that means that it has a double movement on ice. But then it also has severe penalties when moving on land. And we're gonna get to that later on. It also has the ability to freeze area. It means that it can, freeze surrounding tiles of water and land. So what we want to do as a Polaris is to freeze the world eventually. So let's move up here and do some freezing. And a good start with Polaris at this moment is to build an outpost. Since, yeah, let's have a look at the Polaris tech tree for a start. Okay, so you can see that their special branch is what's usually the sailing branch for all other tribes. So they don't have sailing. They can't sail and they can't build any ships. Instead, they have frostwork, which gives them the Mooney unit that can freeze land and water, and also gives them this little outpost building that works quite similar to a harbor or a port, but it doesn't create any ship units. But it connects cities over ice, and it gives you 2 population. And then the next tire tech is really fun. It's polar warfare, and it's 2 units that's specifically made for fighting on ice. So this battle sled is a really quick one. It's kind of like a very strong horse rider that can move and escape. And then we have the ice fortress, which is kind of similar to the battleship, since it can fire and it can shoot, and it has a scout ability, so it can see and explore. We'll get to those in a bit. So let's start the game, and it's really good to start out with outpost. I'm gonna put it on top of the fish, even though the fish gets destroyed, because I want to level up my city as quickly as possible. And let's get a workshop here. All right, so. Okay, Midji3, are you seeing any comments?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah? Just tell me if there's something I should answer.
Yeah. It's so fast, there's so many comments.
Yeah, it's a new sound when you level up your city. It was Robin, it's my brother who makes all the sounds. He just suddenly, for no reason, came up with an idea to add that sound. And I think it's quite nice. It feels like there was a missing sound there before. All right, so let's move ahead. Let's build a warrior 2. Try to expand. We're number 1. That's good. I'm gonna speed this up a little.
Someone is asking, can you only build 1 outpost per city?
No, you can build outposts on all. You can build outposts on all ice that is near land. So all the oceans that used to be near land become ice there. You can build a outpost on. Okay, so now we are going to get this city and see what happens. So when you conquer a city, you convert the terrain to the Polaris terrain, which is very satisfying. Let's go explore here. And maybe let's build another Mooney and get some ice going. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why you want ice. It's another thing here. On trade, since we don't have any actual harbors or ports, there's also no need to have a custom house. Instead, the Polaris have the ice bank. And the ice bank produces 3 stars for every 20 frozen tiles in the world. And you can only build 1 ice bank. But it's a very, very powerful building, so you want to make sure to build it somewhere safe and then freeze the world and cash in on that. So, but we still have a while to go until we get the ice bank. But we can start building up our ice empire anyway. So let's go and freeze the water. Let's go and freeze something here. And
I
Okay.
want to know if it's the last tribe.
No, it's probably not the last tribe. We have a lot of cool ideas for tribes for the future that I would like to add, but so it's not a definite end to the tribes. Making tribes is a lot of fun to do. Okay. So if we could build some ice here in between these two outposts, we can connect them, hopefully.
Is this Greta Thunberg's favorite tribe? No, that would be so massive.
Greta Thunberg's favorite tribe? I don't know, but I see her a lot. She sits right outside our office, actually, when she has her strikes in the days, in the Fridays. All right, so let's freeze some more water here. So now they're connected through ice. And you see it's very powerful. They can freeze both the dark blue water and the light blue water. So they can make ice bridges to just like move anywhere they want on the ice. And all the other... Okay. All other units can also move on the ice, so it's not something that only the Polaris can do, but the Polaris have their special units, so they really kick ass on ice, and it's hard for anyone else to compete with that. So let's get some organization so we can...
Someone wants you to talk Swedish.
Det är ingen som förstår vad jag säger om jag pratar på svenska. Nice.
How can you break the ice?
How can you break the ice? Okay, so all units, except for the units that make the ice, can break the ice in a similar way. So they just, if a normal unit stands next to ice, they can break it, and the enemy will do that a lot when we see them, because nobody likes the ice. It's just us that likes the ice. Looks as if we... Okay, so somebody knows Swedish. That's good.
What happens to a boat if you freeze?
Well, we're gonna see how the ice reacts when you interact with the other tribes soon. So if you freeze water where there is a boat, that water doesn't get frozen, because otherwise it gets really buggy. We had a lot of problems with that during the test phases. So let's do this, and actually we had it. Okay, whatever. It's good. Okay, so Quetzal, it's a perfect opponent for us because we can actually freeze them down, which is quite fun. I'm gonna do that in a bit. Okay, so now soon it might be time for some polar warfare. I need more money for that. Okay, there you saw how it looks when the enemy breaks your ice. And that's very unfortunate because I had a plan to move onto them with my Mooney, because Moonies, when they freeze the area, if there are any units there, they get frozen as well, so, and that's quite fun. So I'm gonna see if we can do that anyway. Hey, let's build a Mooney. And let's just go ice crazy on these guys. And I think we're gonna save some cash to get the Polar Warfare, because that's a lot of fun. Okay. And so we also noticed in the final part of the testing, just before we made the last release version, that this might actually be the first tribe that is a bit overpowered because these outposts are really great because they're cheap and you can build them almost anywhere. And these freezing abilities are also really good. So if you get good at the Polaris, it's a very good tribe. So we might have to nerf them and bring them down a little bit in an update in the future. But I need to see what happens when we release it officially, because we get a lot more data on how people are using them then. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so
They're asking for the Gami.
oh yeah, we're gonna see the Gami.
Someone asked if they were in the tick.
Now the Gami unit is the Polaris giant or special unit, like the Illyrian dragons or the Aquarian crabs. So the Gami is the special unit, and we're gonna come to that later. But we need to upgrade our city to be big enough to get a Gami first. Okay, so somebody is breaking our ice around this city as well. I don't like that. Okay, so let's see what happens when we break ice, or when we freeze an opponent. Actually, let's do something like this.
Fast the Polaris i Sverige. 20.
I don't know actually the exact Swedish price. Okay, can we afford? Yay, we can afford Polar Warfare. Let's go for that now. And see if we can try out some new units. And let's freeze stuff. So now we froze the ruins. We can walk there. That's something we need to do because we can't sail, yeah? Okay. Ouch. Ouch. So, hello there, Aquarium. I don't like it when they break my ice, but they don't like it when I freeze them, so it's even, I will say. Have a look at this. Okay, so now they're frozen, which is pretty good because it means we can attack them without them retaliating. So I can even attack a defender with a defender and not get hurt, which is very useful. Okay, let's build ourselves a battle sled. And we'll try it out next turn. Okay, let's build another battle sled. Very good. Okay, these guys are not very strategic. Vem är det som håller på att posta en massa spam? Kan man ta bort dem på något sätt? Can somebody please stop spamming the comments? Okay, let's freeze these dudes. So we can just keep freezing them. Okay, so now we're moving the Polaris battle sled. So it moves like a horse rider. It can move 2 steps and then attack and then escape again. And since it is on ice, they can move 4 steps instead. So it's a very good unit. And now you see that when it ends its turn or its move outside of ice on a land tile, it loses all their special abilities, so it doesn't get the escape ability, because on land these are just like not very happy campers. So we want to stay on ice as long as we can, for example like this. And now we can do the escape thing. So, and we can even afford the other new unit, which is really nice. This is the Polaris Ice Fortress. We'll have a look at that next turn when we have some movement on it. So let's get riding so we can get roads, so we can get... Eventually we want to get that ice bank, I think. Right. Yeah, that's good. Getting closer to a Gami. I think we can actually get a Gami this turn. Let's see if we do like this. Okay, so now we're ready to try out the Polaris super unit, which is called the Gami. And a Gami, according to spoken tradition in the Polaris community, or the story behind the Polytopia, the Gamis are actually kind of controlling the Polaris people. So this is, I don't know where they're from some other dimension or something, and these creatures are quite evil, and they inspire the Polaris to freeze the world. So it's actually the Gamis that are mostly interested in freezing the world. And they are very powerful creatures. So let's see what happens here. We can do some more freezing. And so the Quetzal have a really hard time fighting us at the moment. I would say Defenders is the worst weapon you can have against the Mooney, because he just gets frozen all the time. All right. I really need to work on the AI a bit. Attacking with a defender from inside your city is a very bad move. So let's take this city. And let's keep freezing these guys. Have them cold. And we can try to freeze this place as well and try out our ice fortress, which can shoot 2 tiles away and is very powerful. The stats are like this. It has 4 attack and 3 defense and 20 health, so it's a very good unit. Let's keep freezing stuff. Okay. And the Gami's special ability is freeze, auto freeze, which is a very powerful thing. So every time they walk somewhere, they just freeze that area. So they can like walk on water, for example. They just freeze everything around them. So you don't want to get near a Gami. Det är helt galet det där.
Jag håller på att blockera dem. Det kommer nya ändå. Och rapportera och blockera.
Mm.
Gami freeze dragons.
Yes. Gami can freeze everything. I haven't frozen a dragon. I've never seen a frozen dragon yet. I rarely meet any dragons actually. Oops, we're gonna get eaten by that crab. Oh yeah, we have a Park of Fortune to build. Let's build it here and get some cash. So now we have 20 stars, and that's what we need to build an ice bank, which is here. So where should we build the ice bank? It should be somewhere safe. I'd say that it's probably quite safe around here, because I think we're gonna destroy these Quetzali guys, because they can't really do anything. Freeze the crab, yeah, but if they're stupid enough to leave my little guy alone, I'm gonna freeze the crab. Otherwise they're gonna kill me, I think. But we have a Gami coming. We're gonna freeze the crab eventually. Alright, so let's build the ice bank. Some cool place. Like here. Okay. So now it's ice bank level 3, so we get 9 stars each turn from this building, and it's based on all the tiles that we have frozen so far, both the ice and the more of these glacier type snowy things.
Does the building get destroyed if the ice breaks?
No, you can't. No, they'll be in the water instead.
And the Gami attack.
Yes, the Gami can attack. The stats for the Gami is pretty much like a little bit weaker than a regular giant, and it has a lot less health. It only has 30 instead of 40, and a little bit lower attack. And yeah. but it has these very powerful freeze things.
The dragon melt ice units.
Ice units, they melt themselves next turn, so if someone is frozen, they melt up again next turn. But they still have to get rid of the freezer, so I just keep freezing these guys. So they can never like really get out of this situation until they get someone else to come in. Ouch. Bad move.
How many banks can you get?
You can only build one bank. Okay, let's get another ice fortress and whack these guys. Let's go explore. Okay, so, and here's the rider. They look really sweet. Moo riders. I like them. They're just like a regular rider. It's nothing special except for how they look.
Can you collect frozen fish?
Yes. Let's collect some frozen fish. It's here. Oh, it works just like regular fish.
Can you freeze your own
units? No, you can't freeze your own units.
What happens to Game if it's converted by a mind-bender?
I don't know. I think some people in the alpha testing community probably tried that out. I know it changes color, but it probably just behaves the same. I don't know actually. You guys should try it out tomorrow when it's released. Yeah, I see someone asking about Fortify ability, and it's actually a new ability that we added that almost every unit has Fortify. And Fortify just means that the unit gets a double defense bonus when defending cities. So that's just like it has always been, but now it's been defined as an ability because some units don't have that ability. For example, the super units, the Polaris, the Gami, or the regular giants, they don't have this ability. So before they were really hard to beat if they were in a walled city, but now they are, yeah, harder to beat. So all units have Fortify and can defend cities better, except for the super units and the special ice units. And it was also because these the ice fortresses were way too good if they could defend cities like that. So now we have a frozen whale to take care of. We don't have whaling yet. Yeah, we have some other new things in the tech tree that we should show you guys.
Maybe säg vad den kommer kosta i dollar, för det är frågan.
$2. So the price for the Polaris will be $2. $2 or €2 or something equivalent. It will be exactly the same price as the other special tribes, basically. Let's connect. Oh, we don't have.
No program Ice Archer.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the Ice Archer soon. So where did the crab go? There's the crab. Okay, now we have frozen crab. But as you see, there's no ice beneath the crab because it's a naval unit. So let's give it a whack. So this could be a good place to build an ice archer. Let's go check them out. So an ice archer is, instead of regular archers, it has ice arrows, and the ice arrows, they don't really do any damage. It has a 0.1 attack, and but instead they have the freeze. So they have a ranged freeze ability, which can be very useful. We can use that next turn.
Can you do anything with the ship taken over by mine?
Just going to move it to there.
And Polaris only with
If the Polaris can use ships that they mind bend. Haven't tried it actually. A lot of interesting questions come up when it comes to mind bending, because that always makes for really strange scenarios. So I guess, I mean, you could take over the ships, but I think they can't really move because the Polaris don't know how to sail water. So my guess is that the ships will be just put where they are, but you can still shoot with them and stuff. I haven't tried it. It's strange that I haven't tried it though.
And how long does it take to make a tribe?
So somebody asked how long it takes to make a tribe, and I would say that these special tribes, they take really long to make because we have to test them a lot, and I think this tribe is quite a lot different from my first tests, because it's really hard to make a good tribe that's balanced enough and fun to play and interesting visually. So it's maybe 2 months of work or something like that. Ouch. People are getting aggressive. Okay, let's... Who shall we shoot with the ice arrow then?
It's crazy that Midjiwan doesn't know everything about it. It's like it just came from heaven and he's trying to find out for himself.
Yeah, somebody thinks it's crazy that I don't know everything about Polaris, but I think that's one of the things I really like about Polytopia and how I programmed it, is that I made it so modular that I can add stuff quite easily, and I don't always know what the combinations between all the different things will be. So I'm not in full control of the game actually. It's a lot of things that other people discover or come up with that you can do that I didn't know, that I didn't put there intentionally, but that's quite cool anyway. And mind bending is one of those things that really, it takes a lot of time to experiment with the mind benders, and I don't really do that because it's a very rare scenario. Okay, so this is going very slow.
Det är många som frågar om Steam.
So let's move on these guys.
We can see the flaps.
So the Polaris will be released tomorrow at noon Swedish time. Okay, so since a lot of people are asking about the Steam, I guess I could say a few words about that. So I actually posted an article on Steam describing the situation, and it's basically like this: that we have a version that's working and it's quite fun to play. It needs a little more adjustments, but I noticed that I'm still just one developer trying to keep up with everything that I want to do in this game, and I think that adding a new platform like Steam would put a lot of work on me, and it would be impossible for me to continue developing the game. So right now I'm postponing the launch on Steam until I can find a good way to work with it, someone who can help me out with it, or doing it, yeah, in some way. We haven't really decided how to do it, but there will be a Steam release. Will most probably be this year, but I don't know anything, and we haven't decided anything yet. But for now, we put it on ice. And I also did it because I wanted to be able to fully focus on making the Polaris ready for you guys. So it will come eventually. Playing Polytopia on your computer is really good. It's a lot of fun. So let's keep freezing, guys. That's also fun. Okay. Okay, I have a lot of cash because I have this magnificent ice bank. It's actually only level 4, so you might want to get even some more cash here.
Alla frågar om det är en sista driven. Jag tror jag svarar på det.
So if you weren't here from the start, I can say again that no, this is not the last tribe that we will ever make. There will be most probably be more tribes added to the game because we have a lot of cool ideas, but we haven't made any decisions on what tribes to add or stuff to add to the game. But I still have a very long list of stuff I would like to add to this game. You want to see a Mamu Knight? We have a lot of cash. Let's go there. Yeah, I should show you the Polaris. And this is a new technology as well. It's not very amazing. It's instead of aquatism, since they don't have any water really, they have polarism instead. That's their own religion. So they can build ice temples that are exactly as the other temples. Basically give you score if you're in perfection mode. It's useful. And it also gives you the ability to glide. So all non-skating units get an extra move when moving on ice, which can be very useful if you have a lot of ice in your empire. So then, like this guy, for example, can take 2 steps on ice, which is very good. And this one can take 3 steps instead of the normal 2. So yeah, we're gonna make some knights. It's a good idea actually. So they look like this. Let's eat some whales. Okay, we have some monuments to build actually. I should show you them. They're really pretty. Let's build for example, let's build a gate of power here.
How long did it take to program the original Polytopia?
Somebody asked how long it took for me to program the original game, and I mean it's hard to answer the question. It's been out for 3 years, and at first it was a part-time project, so I didn't spend that much time on it. But now the last like 1.5 years I've been working full-time on it. But it's not only programming, it's a lot of other stuff going on as well that takes time. And I also worked maybe 1 or 2 years on the game before I launched it on my spare time and stuff. Okay.
And it's a temple.
Yeah, let's build a temple. They're pretty. And we need some time if we want to see them evolve. Let's add some. And it's time. If we want to get a good score, it's turn 18. Okay, so this is not my best perfection game ever. It's quite hard to stay focused when all you guys are watching. So let's go face this dude. So we have some other monuments. Let's build ourselves a maybe here so we can get another kami. Let's build the Emperor's Tomb. Let's build it on ice. It looks good. So this is our Emperor's Tomb. It's pretty nice. Ouch. The Aimo are angry today. Oh, they're gonna go.
Will there be a Polytopia party next year?
I think it will definitely be a Polytopia party next year. Can't promise anything. You never know what's happening, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Let's take these guys out.
You're asking if Brenton knows more about Polytopia than Midjiwan.
I think we know different things. I think Brenton knows things that I don't know about the Polytopia community, and he also knows a lot more about the background story about everything, and he knows the names of all the animals and all the fruits and where they come from and stuff like that. I don't know that. So the game is quite horrible for my opponents at the moment. So I think we're gonna take this guy out now. I really enjoy taking over cities and converting them to icy terrain. It feels really good. Okay, so we need to go freeze these temples to get to them actually.
How many people have got a tribe so far?
He got me. Yeah, maybe next time we should build a park instead so you can see how it looks. Frozen giant. Okay, do we have some more monuments? Let's build a Grand Bazaar somewhere. Here. This is good. This is a good place. So the parks look the same. I think I was thinking of making the parks frozen as well, but I really kind of enjoy the green parks in contrast to all these snowy buildings. It's kind of nice.
Will you ever make a new game mode? Something besides perfection domination?
When it comes to development of Polytopia, apart from making new tribes, I have a lot of ideas for that as well. I would love to add a lot more cool things. The list is very long, and I hope to be able to accelerate the development in the future by like hiring some more people to work on this game together with me. And so there's a lot of things to come for Polytopia. It will take its time, but I think it's quite nice to work slowly on progressing, making the game better. I'm not sure if there will be exactly a new game mode, but there will be a lot of enhancements to the games and probably other ways to play the game and stuff like that. Okay, let's speed this up. So ouch, this guy is almost dead. It's too bad. He needs some Gami support.
What's your favorite tribe?
Somebody asked what my favorite tribe is, and I think at the moment I really enjoy playing with the Polaris. It's a lot of fun, and also because they're new and it's very much a new way of thinking about the game. So that's what I play the most now. But otherwise, I usually pick tribe on what kind of nature I like at the moment. So I play a lot of Kiku because I think I really like their nature.
Gamis capture cities.
Yes, Gamis can capture cities. And we will see that in a bit, right here in Aidlan. So I think Polaris is quite fun to play because you really need to decide if you're like gonna play the ice tactic or if you're gonna play the land tactic, because in this area, for example, with the IMO, it's very hard to play with the skate units, the battle sled, and these ice fortresses are quite hard to move around here. So then we need like regular units like knights and stuff like that. So, but if you're in a terrain like this with a lot of ice, you can use your battle sleds. Oh.
It informs the tribe.
Okay, so people are asking if I want to add something more to the tech tree, and I would love to. For a long time, I've been very disturbed with this hole after shields because it makes the tech tree not very centered and nice. You can obviously see that there's one tech missing, and it will come at some point. I just need to figure out what tech it should be. And it's quite a lot of pressure because it's been a long time since I added a new technology, and I really want to come up with something good, because it also feels like it might be the last chance to add a technology, because then everything is very symmetrical except for that little hole after shields.
Alliance mode.
people are asking about team mode, and I would say that would be a lot of fun. I think that we will add that at some point, especially for online multiplayer. I don't know when or how we will do it, but it's definitely something that I would explore and experiment with in the future. So let's build some more knights here and just trample these guys. We also, since we have this Polarism with the glide ability, it makes us quite quick to move on ice with regular units as well. So I'm quite positive we will win this.
Are you planning to ever add the ability to have more than one game saved for single player?
So now we can see that the ice temple has grown. It looks a bit like a space station or something, but it's actually a block of ice here inside the building. Let's build some more. Here we have some smaller ice buildings, ice temples. So our ice bank is growing. We're on level 6 out of 8 now. So if we freeze 18, if we freeze 3 more tiles, it's gonna upgrade to the next level. That should be quite easy. We're gonna freeze 2 tiles here actually. And let's freeze 1 here. There, our ice bank upgraded to level 7, giving us 21 star seeds each turn. Well, we have a lot of cash. Let's keep pumping out some temples. They still have time to grow. See, if we finish these guys off quick, we might even have time to get the Altar of Peace. It's actually, I would say, the most beautiful monument of the Polaris. Okay, so somebody asked if anybody ever beat me in Polytopia, and yes, a lot of times. I get beaten all the time. I'm actually not that good at Polytopia. I'm usually not in the top 100 high score lists or anything. I'm quite good, but I'm definitely not the best player. Even though I should be, because I know all the little secrets. But there are a lot of people playing Polytopia, and I guess a lot of people who are spending way more time than I do playing Polytopia. But I'm quite good. I'm not complaining. Okay. Okay, we need to freeze this. Let's get a Moonie. I love the Moonies, they're really cute. We want more Moonies.
And then någon som beställer kakor. Jag spelar en gång till.
So I'm not gonna play any more tonight. I think I will just wrap this up. I've been playing for over an hour already, and it's way past my bedtime. So if there's anything else about the Polaris that you're curious about and want to know or want to see, let me know and I'll see if I can squeeze it in. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the Altar of Peace actually, because it's already turned 25 and I need to actually take this lost city. Or maybe I should just keep it burning. I might get the Altar of Peace then. Pacifist. Not sure. No, I'll just take this for satisfaction. I want to freeze the whole map.
What is the Tower of Wisdom for Polaris?
Tower of Wisdom, you can easily get that, I would say. It's just... Okay, we need some more cash for the Tower of Wisdom.
Texture, please. Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? So I'm finishing this off. This game, I feel like I want to freeze the whole map, just for no real reason. I'd say my ice bank is already maxed out, so I don't really need to freeze anything more, but I don't really know what to spend my time on. But okay, let's build this one, an Eye of God, a giant snowman. It's quite cute. Yeah, and we were gonna get all the ticks. So, Tower of Wisdom, where are we gonna build it? I like it when it leaves the edge of the map. Like that. It's like that. So I can say one thing about this terraforming ability that I have. As you see now, the whole map is almost covered in ice and glacier. And if I would have a better opponent that would take back cities, they would transform it back into their own nature. So even if I, for example, took this city from the Quetzali, if then the Aimo would come there and take it back, this would turn actually into Aimo territory. So the nature on the map can drastically change if there is a Polaris tribe there somewhere converting stuff. So when you convert it back, it turns into the nature of that tribe that liberated the icy area. So do we have anything left to do? Yeah, this is how the finished ice temple looks like. It has a golden skull on top.
Let's go and bunny.
Here and bunny. That's the bunny. So so let the sun rise on this last turn, and maybe we can freeze a bunny. Who wants to freeze a bunny? Okay, let's make a bunny here. Let's make a bunny here and we freeze both of them. Okay, and let's freeze the bunnies. That's how a frozen bunny looks like. They're actually quite hard to see. I haven't frozen a bunny before. Thanks for making me freeze a bunny. Okay, guys, I think this is it for today. Do you have any last trembling questions that I can answer? Polaris will be released tomorrow at noon Swedish time. That's GMT +2. And it will be priced exactly as the other tribes. So it's basically $2 in the US, €2 in most Euro countries. And it's a lot of fun to play with. It can be quite hard the first time you play it because it's very different technique than playing other tribes.
Jag frågar om man någonsin kommer kunna ha 2 pågående spel i
Okay, that's it for today. I'm gonna leave you with this beautiful sight and I will finish the game. Hey, 3 stars at least. Let's see if I get on the high score. No. There I am. So you see, I'm not even the best Polaris player. It's Mischievous Rabbit. And Lil Lemon Sally. I know him. Okay, time to end this stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed and hope you liked to play around with Polaris tomorrow at noon. See you around.